Good morning and happy Tuesday. It is actually I want to say cold day outside. It is a very cold day outside. I had ice on my car this morning. I wanted to get on here real quick and talk about something that may be disturbing to you. So, a lot of what we think we can't do, it's in our head. A lot of what we think we're incapable of, or we just kind of like rationalize that this is the way it is, and you're powerless over it. I have studied power and powerlessness for a while now because it intrigues me. Being a alcoholic in recovery, or a woman in recovery, there was a long time that I was powerless over my life, over circumstances, over situations, things that happened to me, and I fell victim to that. And then when I went into the halls of AA and they say, you're powerless, you're powerless, you're powerless, I felt really, I was already beaten down, and I already kind of felt less than, but I just felt like this powerlessness was out of my control. Everything was out of my control. And what I found was, yes, there are things out of our control, but there's a lot more things in our control than we think, or at least what I thought, and what I gathered from speaking with other people, other individuals, that they think I can't do this, I can't do that, right? The words I can't are used way too often, and I think it's a cop-out. I think it's because some of the things that we say we can't do might take some work, right? It can be challenging. It can be scary. There are things that we do have power over, but facing them or dealing with them is fear. You are very fearful of, and with reason. Sometimes, we think that if we ask for that raise, that will be the end all. Like, if they say no, that what will we do then, right? Will they fire us now for asking for a raise? I know a lot of people in sales. When I worked in sales, I was really, really good at add-ons, and it always baffled me how many people would stop at the sale of an item and not ask for the add-on. Like, they were afraid that if they asked for additional items, I mean, they're already buying anyways, but they felt like that if they asked them for more things, to sell them more things, add-ons, that they would not buy the item altogether originally, the original item, and that's never the case. The worst they're going to do is say, no, I'm good with just this purchase, right? But it doesn't hurt to ask, and more times than not, I was successful at adding on, right? And it wasn't because I'm more persuasive than anyone else. It's simply I asked. Sometimes just asking, like I would just ask, this bracelet would really complement this ring. It's whatever. I mean, I can't think of it now. I can't think of an example now, but I would just make suggestions. Or insurance plans, right? We used to call them extended service plans. You're making an investment, you're making a purchase in something, you're paying a lot of money for it, you might want to insure it. People would be afraid, like if I asked you to insure your item, that you were going to not buy the item now, right? And that doesn't happen. So I think a lot of people are just afraid of asking. They're afraid of going for the gusto. They settle for half. They settle for less than, because they're afraid if they ask for more, then they'll get nothing. And I think this fear of scarcity, this fear of not having anything, dominates a lot of people's lives. I know for me it had for a long time as well. I mean, I might have done that in sales, but in my own personal life, there was a lot of things that I didn't, I was too fearful of, that I didn't take the next step towards. And so, I think there's a lot of issues with people not getting what they want, not succeeding in life, not going to the next level, because their limiting beliefs tell them they can't. Their thinking stops them. And I'm here to tell you that there are a lot more things that you can do than you can't, or a lot more things that you can do than you think you can. You are not powerless. We are not victims of our circumstance, right? We can control, for instance, we can control our happiness, right? Happiness is a state of mind. So if you're not happy, it's because you choose not to be happy. And whether you believe that or not, it is. But there are ways of obtaining that. There are ways of training your brain to do that. And sometimes people get stuck because they don't know how to do it, and so therefore they think they can't, or they don't have the power to, right? Just because you don't know how to do something doesn't mean you can't do it. So the most successful people that I've researched and I've looked and I've watched, when they don't know something, they don't just give up and say I can't do it. They find out. They go to someone who knows, right? The most successful people have coaches, have a team of people that help them with areas that they can't or they don't know how to do, right? And they either learn or they outsource. And so if there's something that you want, but you have this limiting belief that you can't, sometimes it's just a matter of getting support around that, getting some help, asking people to show you how to do it. And one of the things that I do in my business is I coach people and I show people how to do it. So if you are stuck, if you are a woman in recovery and you're stuck in your recovery because you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling you can't get to the next level, or you're feeling your career's at a standstill, or your marriage is at a standstill, or whatever it is, right? There are ways of breaking through that. There are ways of changing the way we think, changing the way we feel and behave through our thoughts. And I can coach you through that. So if you are interested, click on the link in my bio and find out more. Or you can email me at doreen@recoveryenthusiast.com. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this has helped you. I hope this has been some information that you say, you know what, you're right, Doreen, maybe I do got to ask for help. And even if it's not asking help from me, knowing that you can get the information from somewhere and you can better your life. You do have the power. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text. Give them that call. Give them a great big hug. Every chance you get. I know every time I see my kids, I hug them. And I don't care what they what they think. I know at the end of the day, they are glad that their mother loves them and gives them big hugs and shows their love. Until next time, guys. Peace.